Whoa.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
let me get this for you. And to get myself a little snack.
Ooh, snack.
Brandon is trying to get Bark to take over my stream again.
Brandon. Why? What did we do to you?
Okay. So, last time we finished that case with Miles Edgeworth.
DL6.
DL6. Now it's time for this next case, which we saw the funky graphic for. Oh, it's gonna play it again. Alright, let's go.
Bonus.
Oh, there you go with the resub. Thanks, Mads.
Wow, Mads. I'm a dancing emotes.
Oh my god, we need a Majima Disco emote.
That would be amazing.
It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial.
Phoenix, right?
Phoenix, how do you eat? I've had offers, but none I took. Brother! That is, until the day that girl showed up.
Phoenix, you have to pay rent.
Phoenix, right? How do you eat food?
I can't believe it.
February 22nd, 10:02 a.m., right in Cola offices.
It's you, Mads? Is this what you do?
Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work.
What do you mean? What's wrong with you? There you are, finally! Where you been?
Oh my god, is that the voice you're gonna go with? Really?
My sister's trial is tomorrow.
No, I can't. You can't do this to me.
What's wrong?
You can't ooh voice me through this entire case. I can't handle that.
It won't be like, it's just one trial. She's a one-off character.
She's definitely not a one-off character.
She's only there one time.
She shows up in a lot of other games.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, anyway. Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you?
I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer, works here.
She's not alive. So you are the coffee boy?
I mean, at this point.
This is like new you Walker.
I'm walking over here.
Woo, 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 woo.
I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney.
Right. Wait. You're the Phoenix White?
Mr. White, please defend my sister.
The Phoenix White from the Edgeworth murder case?
Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though.
That's a relief then. You're better than nobody.
Wow. Real vote of confidence. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now.
What you gotta eat? But you are Phoenix White, right?
You do have to pay rent, don't you?
The undefeated defense attorney?
Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere.
Please. I'm out of time.
You're also out of time, Phoenix. But...
Please, you have to help. It's my sister.
Maya? Could it be? Not even a little bit. Though they do both have this weird top knot thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll hear you out.
Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator.
Scientific investigator? Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator.
Can you tell from the flasks in her little pouch?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right. Is something wrong?
It's for chemistry and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Her sciencing.
No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young. How old are you?
Young.
Hey, Magpie Meritus.
Magpie.
You are just in time for the start of this new case.
I'll be 16 years old this year.
Phoenix is like, Jesus Christ, can I have some normal clients for once?
Can I have some non-teenage girls in this office, please?
Oh, I see. Wait, only 16?
I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less.
So what exactly is your current position, then?
Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less.
Great. Another future professional in training. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow?
My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't.
So it's a murder case.
I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact.
And there's a witness?
Just talk to her. You have to talk to her.
Right. I suppose I will.
I promised her I'd bring me a fae, but, I mean, you're kind of like homeless and like, you know.
Oh, that's interesting. How would she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then?
Excuse me? I am grown up. I'm not a child, I'll have you know.
Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one.
I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you?
Yep. Sure can't fault her lack of enthusiasm.
If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared.
Your sister?
I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done.
Looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister.
I am not a child. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna put the plate away.
Okay. I think Phoenix's habit of projecting his concern for other women onto every woman he meets as grounds for therapy all on its own. Phoenix has some issues to work out, including why he's not working for 2 months, even though he gets work. Now that he's an actual legal investigator, like legal attorney investigator man.
Okay, hello.
Oh.
So they went to the same school, huh?
She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney.
Boy, does this sound familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix just goes... Brrr.
And, well,
I need one.
Incidentally, Mia is a woman.
Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's.
Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Huh?
Well... Actually, when she gets like she is now, I kinda hate her.
Huh?
But she's my only family.
Your only family? What about your parents?
They died in a car accident when I was little.
Oh! Oh, I'm sorry. See this? It's my attorney's badge.
Ah, well. I've never seen a real one before.
You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me.
Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit.
She analyzed it scientifically.
There doesn't seem to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'll give you $50 for it.
Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. That's how I'm gonna pay for next month's rent.
Oh god.
February 22nd, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived.
God, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors.
Sorry, ma'am, it's just your sister.
No excuses. Or did you not want to raise this year, hmm?
Understood, ma'am. What was that all about?
Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look. I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma.
Bullets.
Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, like she's a prosecutor, but she is she's dressed like she's the dictator of a country. Hey, how do you know me?
Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit.
I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do?
My name is Lana, Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district.
You're a prosecutor? Jesus, I thought you... okay, you know what? Fair enough. I thought you might have, be running a country or something. Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence?
Committed some war
Emma,
crimes.
Lana, I mean, they're just like...
Is something wrong, Mr. White? There's something you should know from the start.
Which is...
The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime.
Huh?
Wait, but the suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. White.
Why is it that Phoenix is dressed like he has a job, everyone else is dressed like their antagonists in a fucking opera? You know, it's Phoenix has to, like, look like he has a job, because he barely has one. Meanwhile, everyone else has a job, so they have nothing to prove to anyone.
Well, I was gonna voice Edgeworth like an opera man, but I realized it was too much work. Yeah, I was like...
Why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened?
The crime took place yesterday, February 21st, at 5:15 p.m.
That's quite specific.
It was in the witness's deposition.
Wow, I didn't know that Phoenix Wright ever mentioned depositions.
A witness clearly saw me committing the crime.
That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it?
The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office.
I should have voiced her like a drill sergeant.
God, you should have.
The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car, sir.
The body was found in my subordinate's car. Answer me, maggot. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy.
I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were, sir.
I see you're going with this. Well, that's just great. So who was the victim?
An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective, sir.
A detective?
Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach.
By you?
Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal.
Takara's review has ever done a Phoenix Wright musical? They've done 3. Yeah, that's right. Phoenix Wright musicals. It's definitely a thing. Let's see. You know what? I will say, I think there's something about Japan where they just really like theater of
They
like,
love musicals.
Yeah, they love musical theater.
It's very bizarre.
There's a haiku like play, like a stage play.
There's a Hunter x Hunter one too, and I was like, what?
Really? Interesting.
Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective, sir. You know what that means, don't you?
Uh-oh.
What, Mr. White? What does it mean? You have to drop and give a 50?
Well, it means...
The police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty.
I see. We're just going to admit that the police department is corrupt.
They will use any means at their disposal to do so.
This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So, you're the chief prosecutor.
That is correct, sir. I am responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district.
You know what you should do? When she's talking to Phoenix, you should use maggot instead of sir.
Ah, you're right. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do their job and manage every aspect, maggot. Those are my responsibilities, in a nutshell. Is that simple enough for you?
That's an awfully large nutshell.
Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think that you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, maggot.
Huh?
In fact, it seems impossible. You wouldn't.
Juana? What happened to your hand?
Oh, this?
The contrast between the two Sibley's voices, yeah.
I cut myself by accident when I stabbed him, that is.
Huh?
I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose.
How am I supposed to defend this? Oh. Well, time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her?
Emma told you that too, didn't she?
Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office.
Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia.
Hey!
It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students.
Different?
She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. Unlike you.
Jesus.
That was probably why she was attracted to me.
Homosexuals!
You won't run that by me again?
Homie, that's gay. Skate musical, holy shit.
Oh my
Skate
God,
the
that would
Infinity
be so
musical will
good.
be amazing. Still need to catch up on it.
Yeah.
We've been slowly making our way through stuff. Last week we caught up to Wonder Egg Priority. This week we'll probably do Skate the Infinity. Excuse me, you lesbians?
You have something to tell Maya.
Intellectually attracted. Lana was the top of her class in school.
Yeah,
So
that's
no
what they're gonna say.
homo.
Intellectually attracted. Don't worry, guys.
Uh-huh.
Totally straight.
I was the best there was.
Oh,
I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way.
it's a bit different when Emma says it. There's a lot less like
Well.
latent sexual tension for some reason.
Mr. Right. Maggot.
Excuse me.
As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None.
Believe you me, lady, Phoenix right here has never given up on a case, even when his defendant is like, I'm super fucking guilty.
I mean, this is the first trial he's taken in 2 months.
Yeah,
But
literally,
why?
it has just a shockingly similar premise to the last case he took. So he's like, you know what? Actually, I think I got this. She wields less power of the place than the other prosecutor, dude. That's true. It feels like Von Karma had much more sway over the police.
Thanks, right? Doesn't let a little thing like a Kamesha get in the way of finally making enough money to buy some cup noodles.
He's like, believe you me, I'm gonna get all the money I need to buy cup noodles for a week. She's like, you know, you can buy. How much are you charging for your lawyer fees? You should be able to buy a little bit more than that. He's like, oh really?
Charging? What's that?
I don't understand. Usually my clients just buy me a bunch of cup noodles. I don't. With the power of Nishin cup noodles.
Sponsored.
Did you read this line? I don't remember.
Why? Why are you doing this to me? Never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Wana. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Wana.
Maggot.
Yes. Yes, sir.
I believe our discussion here has ended.
The rest of his money goes to his office rent and school debt. You know, that's probably true.
The rest, I leave to you.
You mean you're requesting my services as your defense?
Don't get big-headed. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over.
Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes, but something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm gonna find out what.
I'm sorry, Mr. White.
Huh? About what?
My sister calling you a maggot all the time. She's not always like that, you know.
Are you sure? I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again.
She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her when
I see.
While they were doing push-ups.
Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her?
I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe well, maybe not.
Sounds like there's something that defies a simple scientific explanation. Well, let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we?
Okay.
To the parking lot! Boop, 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 boop. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened.
Looks like they still investigated.
Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this.
Hey everyone, keep up the good work.
Hey, what are you thinking?
They are going to my coworkers 3 years from now and all. No, I'm in saying hello.
Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm kind of a weird special case when it comes to this.
My case rides on me investigating the crime scenes.
Yeah, like, you know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. Flashback to every single time Phoenix has ever examined a crime scene, which is in every single case multiple times a case. Hi, Trist. I'm trying to not stand out too much here. See? Oh. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner?
Partner?
What do we have here? Looks like a Bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. It's McCree! Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner.
Them doggies.
Mr. Marshall.
This fucking dude, Marshall, looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see?
Strike?
Just shaving at a crime scene with a knife. Actively hiding evidence he has stolen from crime scenes. Yep, pretty much. This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. If you're
Including
fixing
your
a mess,
beard hairs.
Yep. If you'll fixing a mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner.
Ooh.
You know what
guns.
dreams are kept out in the desert dream? You wanna? What's this guy talking about?
He's drinking on the crime scene too.
You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Was that a hombre? A friend of yours?
Hombre.
Hombre?
Kind of, sort of, yeah. He's no detective.
Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems?
He's a deputy.
A deputy. Man's whipped out a flask on the job. What's this? A wallet? Ooh, what's this? Excuse me, officer.
Wait! What are you doing, Mr. White?
What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police.
I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about it, please. Just put it in your pocket.
That is the least scientific thing you could do.
How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Wallet hastily stuffed into a pocket.
Oh my god.
I'm caught to duty already, and at my tender age. Yeah, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay?
By the way her eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this.
Okay, now look at the court record.
Go through the tutorial again.
You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining from every angle.
Wow, these are bizarre. What?
Oh, look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with the press of Z.
This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189.
See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful?
This is not scientific.
Emma, I don't know what this has to do with science. I just opened a man's wallet. I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID added to the court record.
Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find, scientifically.
It's you can absolutely tell that this game came out after the games were on DS, because there's like all these newfangled features like 3D evidence examination.
Yep.
Well, I guess I gotta be on my toes from now on. They had to really flex the power of the Nintendo DS.
A ladder.
That's a stepladder.
What's the difference in scientific terms, please?
What's scientific, huh?
Look
Put
at the
ladder
basic
in
nature
pocket.
of things, Mr. White.
Try attorney's badge on ladder. No? Okay. Try wallet on ladder. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow.
Look, Look at door. This must mean something.
I'm not sure that doors mean anything. Actually, I'm not sure anything means anything.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, God.
No, it won't open. A mysterious lock.
I fail to see what's mysterious about it.
Mr. White, you need to learn to enjoy life more.
Let's finish our investigation first, shall we?
This is where the cars leave the lot.
The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. Okay, we're hydrating.
Oh, double hydrate. Gotta do a Kiryu voice too.
I didn't know you could interact with all this stuff in 3D like that before, but I don't think it changed anything, though.
What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit.
Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose?
Aha! The theory of relativity.
What? Shit. I don't remember anything from school.
another
I don't
hydrate.
think that's right. I'm gonna pour myself some more water.
Bum, 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 bum.
This is the only stream where I have to, like, regularly drink water, like, outside of the hydrations, just because, like, it's
Voicing?
all talking.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
I've got to write this down. Ah! Hey, Mr. White. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German? Or was he British?
Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Mr. Relativity. They call me Mr. Hydration.
Here, a phone. Let's see if it works.
Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching.
I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure.
What is she babbling about?
Hey, what did you just say?
See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken.
This wall is no way.
It's got a faucet for water.
Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank.
I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Ah, look at all this crime.
Whoa.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is.
Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Oh, the sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Oh, scary.
Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car?
Bulk, bulk, bulk. Well, little Philly's got a good nose on her. Stop barking your territory with face pubes. It's all he knows how to do. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh?
Please.
No problemo, partner. About time for vittles anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a cerveza you like. Wait, one of you ain't old enough to drink. Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter?
Note to self. Look up Vittles, Saloon, Cerveza.
Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim. Right.
Wait, maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. White. Let's go check it out.
Excuse me. Were you two all set?
Us?
Oh,
What's this? She couldn't be.
You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene.
Titty. Hello? Half and half, was it?
Oh, thanks.
And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you? Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Or are you officers?
No, but you don't exactly look like you're the type to have clearance.
Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over.
what does that mean?
Cough up? Huh?
You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch.
The little design on it is very cute.
It is cute.
Nanny? I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are
Yeah.
burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets.
Secrets?
Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you?
Oh,
I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What?
why she got a sausage octopus necklace? Because she's the
'Cause
bento lady.
Yeah, she's the bento lady. She's selling the bento.
A witness clearly saw me committing the crime.
You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about?
Please, cough up, queen. Tell us what happened. Please, queen. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels.
Oh my god, there's so many powerful women.
Yep, she means it.
There are too many powerful women.
It's a case full of powerful women.
Yes.
Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was gonna happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday's special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity.
Evil ones?
Oh, we're
I just took
hydrating!
a sip. I'll take another one.
Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce.
So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday.
I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul.
Oh.
Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil?
Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen.
Why, I want to know though.
Ew!
The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one I awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all.
Really?
Really, what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady is a thing against prosecutors. So, what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Stark? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see.
You mean you saw the very moment of the crime?
The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Huh, of course. It's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor.
Yeah, Phoenix, you're the one who should know her.
That's true. If anyone in this current set of characters should know anything about the chief prosecutor, it's Phoenix fucking Wright. How does he have a job?
Oh my god. He
Just how many-
refuses work.
Yeah. Just how many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder?
She always travels light.
Because she carries the sins on her back. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name?
Can we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? Like why you're the cough-up queen?
Sins, she says. I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here.
The Far East.
The Far East land of Nevada? I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Why not make the lunches here rather than import them?
You import them all the way from Japan? That's a lot of work.
That seems like far western, because you know the ocean is like over there.
Did you say something?
No.
Only true connoisseurs can understand.
Glazed donut.
The far eastern land of the northeast coast. He is trying really hard to not to have a job. That's true. Phoenix has been in like this weird depression spiral for the last like 2 months. The kind you can only tell someone who's tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set.
Oh, I don't know about that.
This is absolutely fascinating to me that they decided to just like, they're like, okay, well, people in the West definitely do not know what a salted mackerel looks like. So we have to go for the next closest thing that it resembles, a trilobite.
But wait, how people know what a trilobite is?
Right, yeah. Really just eating a whole kabutops. What a localization. I love the Phoenix Drake's localization for a lot of reasons, and some of them are just the absurd lengths that they go to.
The Far East.
Godspeed. The Far East land of Chicago. I don't even want to appreciate part of a trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. Salted mackerel, by the way, in Japan is very much one of those, like, this definitely smells a lot like fish, and it's definitely not something you're supposed to eat in an office. It's definitely something that's considered like an old man lunch. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office.
Yeah, your boyfriend? Koibito?
See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth. I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance.
So to scientifically now analyze the data available so far.
Just talk to him about the hammer that you have, yeah.
You missed out on a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here.
Useful analysis. Not. You know, I guess if I had to take a guess, the kind of cultural association with the mackerel being like an old person lunch is probably why Phoenix is like, I don't really want this. And so to convey that, they're like, well, we just have to make it off-putting. It's a trilobite. Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some, hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like a 10-day-old clams in a chowder. I wonder if Miss
Or
Star was
salted trilobite.
Salted trilobite, yeah. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. She does look like she could have killed a man, and he would have thanked her.
That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough-up queen.
I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Alright, let's go, let's get it. A defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme Lunchbox? You know what? That's actually a really good localization because it's just pickled daikon.
Wow, it's really crunchy.
Yeah, she is absolutely definitely an assassin. Like she could 100% kill you on the spot. A box of pickles? Kind of a sad lunch, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
Well, to the High Prosecutor's Office.
The High Prosecutor.
February 22nd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really.
Thanks.
Are those like giant orchids in the back?
I think so, yeah.
Work, there's a trophy of something here.
A trophy? What, that shield?
It takes real nerve to display something like this. Well, whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk.
Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you?
That voice! Long time no see, Edgeworth. How
2
you doing?
months.
No murder? Good.
Huh? Ah? Mr. Edgeworth!
You know him from somewhere?
Of course! I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and...
Right. Her sister is the chief prosecutor, after all. A fact that I really should have known a lot earlier than this. I have been a barred attorney for far too long not to know the chief prosecutor.
Well, what brings you here?
So that is Edgeworth's coat. That's actually, I think, his debut coat. So like, literally, he walked into his first court case wearing that.
And now he framed it. I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No.
Although, to be fair, I would 100% think that Manfred von Karma would just buy this for Edgeworth, be like, yes, Edgeworth, embrace the hatred. Become like me. What is a defense attorney but a miserable pile of secrets?
The flower does have a cravat.
Oh my god, you're right.
it was just Mr. White here. He's the one who said it.
Hey, don't blame me.
We had to investigate a murder case, that's all.
Murder.
A body was found in this nasty white red sports car in the parking lot. It's so tacky.
That would be my car. What of it?
What? Your car?
I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream.
2 separate tea sets, yes. One is for big guests, one is for little guests.
Ooh, cute. What a pretty tea set.
I go more for the instant tea bags myself. They're a lot cheaper, and if you use the same bag over and over again, you can get a lot of tea out of that.
This is how I stretch out my pennies.
Yep.
Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction.
Yeah, Edgeworth tries to wear a standard suit. He's just like, I think that this looks good. Don't. No. I think not, my boy. You were raised to be a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma. You will dress as the von Karmas have dressed for generations.
Perfectly.
Perfectly. Not a wrinkle on your cravat out of place. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Yes, I love this little detail, by the way.
Hey, a chessboard.
I'm not too up on my chest, but it looks like Blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
Who does that represent, Phoenix?
The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn.
Huh?
Those horses are mountain knights. Their swords have really sharp edges.
Uh-huh.
And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you.
Oh, well now we're just getting... This is too much.
Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. White?
Edges, surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, must be nothing.
He loves you.
your work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect.
What a nice desk. Easy to use, easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection.
What?
Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir.
Don't. He'll sue you. He's standing right there.
My. What an amazing bouquet. Just wait for Mr. Edgeworth with his little cravat.
No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before.
And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one.
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy.
Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiance?
I don't think so.
Wow, this jacket is even wastier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket.
Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it.
I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a flame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture.
He's getting way too excited about this. I've been wondering, what the heck is this?
It has a big K on it.
Prosecutors.
Huh? What's that?
It's the King of Prosecutors trophy.
King of prosecutors.
It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So?
So that K, that's...
K stands for king.
Yeah, you got a problem with that. I didn't design the thing. It doesn't even have a cravat.
King of prosecutors? Kind of like employee of the month, only better.
King of Prosecutors trophy added to the court record.
Whoa, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder.
Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights.
He must have someone get them for him.
Is he just calling on you whenever he needs a file?
Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool.
You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. So, the body was found in your car.
Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less.
No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him.
Uh-oh.
What are you saying? Oh, wait. No, she didn't. I mean,
No, I just have a different definition of stabbing.
scientifically.
Oh, wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then?
Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again.
Now, that didn't sound forced at all.
Now I remember. You've, really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt.
I can understand. Wait, what did you say?
Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow.
You, Mr. Edgeworth? I know I called called you a jerk, but you didn't have to be like this.
To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all.
What do you mean?
Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you?
Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it.
Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident.
What? That's crazy.
Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop.
But
Some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny.
Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one.
Chief Prosecutor Sky, yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case.
that's right, I remember.
2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet.
Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car?
My fucking car.
My red sports car that's not tacky. Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife.
My knife.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon?
To be specific, it was the knife I kept in the toolbox in the trunk of my car.
Edgeworth knife added to the court record. Edgeworth?
What?
Are you sure you didn't do it?
Oh my god, Phoenix, why would you say
Oh,
that?
come on. Can't he take a joke?
Phoenix!
You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. White.
Having to unshakable faith, that's the only mover of this plot. I mean, she clearly thinks that her sister stabbed the guy.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the King of Prosecutors' shield, huh?
Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the king of prosecutors.
Oh my god.
Congratulations, King of Prosecutors.
Please stop saying that.
That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of this shield broken off? Badge!
I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago.
What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yet my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been.
So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh?
You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why is that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield.
The police department?
Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you?
Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah?
I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, White.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse.
Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday?
Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder?
Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words.
The murder was yesterday. It was very recent.
Yeah.
Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department.
The murder was yesterday. She's in questioning and gave a deposition, I guess yesterday, but she's in jail right now. And then tomorrow is her trial. So yes, the law system is so ridiculously expedited in this world. It's you know, as we've explored, it is the law dystopia. This is what like hell looks like if hell was made of lawyers. Where's Maya? She went back home to train.
Did become a proper medium. Oh, and another thing, a ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and rewards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors.
And that's when you got the shield?
I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12.
That's very precise.
People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. White.
No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence.
Edgeworth's parking stub added to the court record.
This is the parking stub from the underground lot.
The murder took place around 5:15.
So the murder happened right after you got back.
What, right? I'd appreciate it if you'd direct that suspicious glare elsewhere.
Oh.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises?
I'm Edgeworth. What is it?
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky?
I don't like the way this conversation is going at all.
Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir.
Hey, Elvis.
Hello, Elvis.
I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't all very tight, is it?
I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated.
Sir, but sir. I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir.
Give me your name.
Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins.
Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month.
Sir, I didn't know.
Look at him holding his little charm.
Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Damn, Phoenix.
Right.
Yes, sir? Oh, God, he caught me off guard.
As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. White.
The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there.
Thanks.
He being nice.
Seems to have finally calmed down at least.
He loves you.
Police department. February 22nd, police department. Entrance.
Phew. We're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi. And traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Huh? Hold on, what's that?
What's wrong? Definitely doesn't look creepy at all.
disturbing. Why does it undulate like that?
Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot.
Wow, Mr. White, you should know a lot about the police.
Ah, yes, Edward is intellectually attracted to Phoenix Wright. Correct.
Magpie is on point.
Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast.
Hey, pal. What are you doing here?
That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there?
What? Well,
Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get some information.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree with to defend the suspect in this case.
Oops, too late.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, no. Come on, pal, there's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked? Scientifically?
Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second?
Do you know that person? Huh? Me?
Why is this little girl so peeved at me?
She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister.
Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister.
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Yeah.
It's a sensitive issue with us these days.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Nothing really. I mean, I'm busy. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true. Never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs right now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd?
So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall.
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
A patrolman in charge of the crime scene? It's unheard of, pal.
I was wondering about that.
What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece.
You made this, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh no. The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work. Hmm?
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops.
Blue Badger panel added to the court record. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy.
Oh, that's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
Oh. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes.
They make a good pair.
Mr. White, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white?
No idea. Why?
Well, I think they're designed after a panda.
A panda?
Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory.
That's not what a theory means.
Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory and what evidence you have gathered to prove the hypothesis to turn it into a theory?
Yeah, there you go.
It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see?
What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? The detectives in there look pretty busy.
Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action.
Somehow the thought fails to excite me. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. White, I always thought it was kind of funny. I never seen anyone who looks like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human.
Well, she has a point. I guess?
Some of them are like digital recreations. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah,
Oh, congratulations.
That's nice. He deserves it.
He does. He works
I was
his
wondering.
very hardest.
Why is the award a shield?
I mean, he hand cuts the confetti, so, like, you know.
And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently, he's forgotten.
But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors.
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Scott to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could happen?
You have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this?
Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time.
Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot.
Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. My mistake.
But then you work together with him in criminal affairs.
Whoa, now I remember! Bruce Goodman, he's the victim.
That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
So this ID card belonged to the victim?
He was a detective like myself.
Phoenix has this incredible habit of putting himself in the worst position possible constantly. He's like, I know that you did it, Von Karma, and here's my evidence. And he's like, well, what if I just tase you?
That's exactly what I was thinking of. He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground when we found it?
Probably because it was evidence at a crime scene.
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transfer, whoa. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but, word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot.
And Lana's confessing as much.
He's in a tough spot again.
Again?
Pa!
Pa!
Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent!
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun.
Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this all for us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot?
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police.
Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer.
He's just a big old cosplayer.
From West LA.
God, they're so explicit about it. They're so explicit about it. I wonder where he's from in the original game.
Yeah, I'd be curious too.
Because honestly, I bet that the actual sort of course of the dialogue is pretty similar. They're like, is he from America? No, he's from here. He's from Tokyo. For a moment there, I wasn't sure.
Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction added to the court record. I won't be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody would look at you twice, pal.
Yeah, we do that all the time. To the parking lot. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Ara, Mr. Wright.
Hello? Konnichiwa.
Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too.
The security guard. Is he dead? Did he die? Is he still there?
Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost his herd.
Oh.
Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
Scene of the crime, cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep.
Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Let's go. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of
Why?
introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog. You holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Oh, yeah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. I guess I'd better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me.
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Get dunked on, Gumshoe, I guess. Gumshoe is high, to put this into perspective, as a detective, Gumshoe is literally ranked higher than this man. This guy's literally just a fucking cop, like a normal ass street cop. Who's a cowboy cosplayer. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. White, what do you say?
I say I won't be needing this anymore. And colonialism is bad. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction, crumpled and discarded.
Oh, why?
He's a meanie. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific?
Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, White.
Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me to tell you. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest. Fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Woohoo!
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with Chief Prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot?
So it seems. Calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but, Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Is that true, Renu? Do they?
Sometimes.
Huh?
Huh?
I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now. So how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. Just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. Other than doing the dance.
He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, huh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just He don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Well, let's look at some evidence. This looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Well, should we check it out?
Oh,
Right.
snap.
Let's check it out.
With our 3D capabilities. Scientifically.
But, this phone's still on the redial screen.
Redial.
Mr. White? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
You some kind of boomer? Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were a boomer. It's just you never know what people from your generation, you know, the boomer generation.
Oh, whatever. Let's check this one out. Now, to see who the owner of this phone called last.
Notice how a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button.
Hey, that song. I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this anyway? He was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky.
What? That's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones.
Ringtones.
Oh, that? Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. It's true.
See, we
That's-
both know.
That's true, Mass
We
from
both
Texas,
testify.
yeah.
Yeah.
Both Texans, both confirmed. Thank you for this.
Yes.
A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors.
Defense attorneys are relegated to B block.
I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my burgers from you, Mr. White. Oh my god.
I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon.
But you don't even do your job. You just.
B block is through there. That's where visitors park.
I can see the 120 car from over there. Far distance.
Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak.
Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy?
Oh, just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Everybody loves beef squared. This is the thing that he lies about. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted.
The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car.
quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Meanwhile, I've been eating peanut butter for the last 2 weeks.
You like that tape person or whatever?
Yeah, I love it.
Hanging outside the truck.
This rope, is it?
Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
So wait, the victim must have died when the Quirrell closed the trunk on him.
You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Oh, what's this? Looks like a note of some sort.
Look, something's written on it.
Oh, you're right. Let's see. 67S122.
There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman.
Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed.
Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. White?
How am I supposed to know?
Notice out for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not White.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water.
It's heavy. I can't even budge it.
The drum over here is on its side.
Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout.
I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested.
What? I'm not suspicious.
Oh.
So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
It's correct, but it's a gold mine of evidence against her. The prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall.
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here. But who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you found one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere, and everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth?
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. White?
Well, I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. Boy, this doesn't look very good, does it?
Just a handful of things.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. I mean, our evidence is, not ideal. Got some
Mhm.
lint,
That's the
a
only thing that's
button,
bothering you, huh?
two paper clips.
Yeah.
This is, by the way, all the money I have. Also, she says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma,
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids.
Like you.
The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
See. A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Okay, well, let's take a little break before we get in the trial portion.
Okay.
And then we'll do the trial, and then we'll call it there. We'll do the first day of the trial, that is. All right. Okay. Oh, wait, I need some water.
Boo 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 boo.
Beep, 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 beep. Wow. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defend Lobby number 2.
How did the investigation go yesterday, maggot?
Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas.
Oh, Ada, the whole thing is one big gray area.
Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate.
I believe in you, sis.
I definitely don't think you stabbed a guy, even though I said you did. Maggot, let me offer you a word of advice.
I swear, even though you definitely look like you could stab a guy. Yes.
A defense attorney should never believe their client. That's lily liver talk. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that.
Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her.
And that is...
You're not a defense attorney.
I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, maggot.
My first trial without a Fae helping me. Lord Jesus, save
That's
me.
why he hasn't accepted any work. This is the real reason.
That's the real reason. No one's gonna bail me on this. It really might be the real reason. No one's gonna bail me on this time.
He's waiting for Maya to come back so that she'll be a safety net again.
I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Oh God, Lord Jesus, what have I done?
Lord.
Let's do it, Mr. White. I'll be with you the whole way.
Oh great, my
Me.
co-counsel is a child.
Me.
Scientific we.
February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Oh my God, wait, is that Edgeworth?
Is that a child?
Wait, is that a child? Does anybody think it's weird that Mr. Wright only knows children?
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor?
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. Oh, Lord.
I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. Ooh. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Pat. Well, then call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand.
The cough-up queen.
Stop. Haven't I seen you somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before.
The judge is really wolfing it down. I didn't know you were allowed to eat in a courtroom. Ah, and for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl.
Oh.
Thanks.
Will the witness state her name and profession?
Ah, and you, sir.
Oh, here we go again.
Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
Oh my god, she's so annoying. So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Name, profession, now.
It's been a little while since this all song and dance, eh, Edgeworth? Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
Hurry it up!
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Wipes the caviar out of his beard. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I'm a professional.
What exactly does that mean?
I think it means she kills people!
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Starr was a detective? You know, she sells lunches.
Ah! I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well, you may continue with the description, Miss Starr.
Please don't whip me.
Please don't cough up on me.
Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright.
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
Oh my god. If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me?
He is the little blue spiky pawn.
Yep. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Damn, this is intense.
Oh my god.
Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend, how touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. Matt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that one.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. White.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Okay, let's see. What kind of evidence do we got? Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. And I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was
What?
easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Let's see.
This must be the victim's blood, right?
Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it up in the wild.
Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely.
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
No, there's a scary thought.
"3D."
3D.
We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Star's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
But what do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? I know I
Let's
said she was,
just-
but I don't think she is.
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that. It's creepy.
By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's.
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it?
Indeed, it was.
Wow, Edgeworth's knife? Why does he have a knife that big?
Pretty good.
That's a
what
pretty
an
lady.
odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
No, we're dealing with Edgeworth here. I need something more substantial than that.
Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when you saw her?
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see.
It's only a flesh one, Mr. White. We can make it.
Oh, you said that before. Oh, I see. Maybe we present knife. Nope.
Uh-oh.
Out.
Have we pressed on everything?
Well, let's just press on everything. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Oh my
Given
god.
they're used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, and killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors?
I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? Oh, she was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well, you may continue, Miss Star.
This boyfriend, he's, the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend, you have several. Ooh.
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join?
Oh.
The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before applying.
The security guard room is in the lot, in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
Well, that would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block.
So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
You sensed something, so you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means.
Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Young cheese.
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match.
Oh my gosh.
Mean.
Everyone is
Leave
so
him
savage.
alone. Leave him
Yeah.
alone. He's just an old man.
In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind.
By garish cars. Oh, whoops.
Oh. That's
You might
fine.
want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me.
I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring. I want one.
I believe I've heard that tagline song elsewhere. You could quite plagiarism.
I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
The photograph. You took this.
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap! I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Crime photo added to the court record. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky.
So, what was the defendant doing at this time?
Wait,
She ain't got nothing.
hmm. Oh boy, this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
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 Do we... I mean, she's not holding the knife in the photo, but I guess it must be like
Yeah, it's taken like after.
after, yeah. Hmm.
Mm.
Something... She saw it through the wire fence, but...
Herm.
I don't remember.
Okay, well, before we continue this, then I'm gonna pee real quick.
Okay. Pew, 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 pew. How's everyone doing tonight? Now I want bentos. she's shown us so many. I want some.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's see. Standing next to a garage car. A knife.
Just the pointy tip of the knife. Pointy tip of the knife. But if she thrusted the pointy tip of the knife, then why isn't the tip?
That's true. It does look. It does.
I don't know if
look,
that's specific enough, or that counts, or whatever, you know.
Yeah. Nope.
Ah,
Boo.
we're
Boo.
gonna die. Trust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Well, I guess we'll just check our evidence real quick.
Yeah, what a Boeing Strat.
What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know.
You gotta check out mine. It's a pink princess Strat. These are hard to come by, you know.
I see this series is as popular as ever with the kids. Okay, let's open this sucker up then. There's no need to push this again.
What's wrong? You look like I do during finals.
Oh, never mind. It's nothing. What does it say when you get something wrong? It's just like a filler, basically. It's just like, Your Honor, this evidence is a contradiction. I don't see how it's a contradiction. Mr. Wright, you should be more careful. Punished.
Maybe Edgeworth's ticket stub or something? Have we examined the ticket stub?
We can check the ticket stub. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime.
The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair.
Perhaps.
It just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run in a yellow light.
You're right though. It might be that we just haven't examined all the evidence. There might be something like revelatory.
In our 3D capabilities that we have.
Right, now that we
tapped
can
into.
examine in 3 dimensions.
Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here.
Huh. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it.
Wow, one guy is listed a bunch of times. Ron Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Von Karma sometime.
Sure.
You know, when she says it, his name does have a kind of ring to it. But, yeah, he's definitely super in jail. He's definitely super in prison.
It's like a superhero trophy.
I know. Who designed this thing? It's so ugly.
I know. It's the ugliest thing.
It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. A name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number, blah, 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 blah.
I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs.
What else would they use?
Letters, silly. They're the reason we have a written language in the first place.
Well, I guess that's true.
Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID Yabba Dab. See? Wouldn't that be better?
Yabba dab. Well, it does have a certain ring to it.
Exactly my point.
Doesn't take much to amuse her. Okay, what have we not examined yet? Let's see, let's check this. Loss of blood from chest wound. Wound was caused by, What's that? No, I did it the wrong
no.
place.
We gonna die.
We gonna die. It's okay, we only have to make it through the day.
Oh no.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, wait, press her. It's the one where you pressed her and she was like, what's the length of the knife? Right?
Tell me more about the knife.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
probably
okay,
4
yeah,
inches. Is that right? Yes. All right, here we go. Nope. My Jesus.
I mean, I guess it is like about 4 inches includes 4.5 inches. We
I
gonna
guess so. Well, back to the evidence.
die. You don't die. We have
Wheeze.
one try left.
Wheeze.
Okay, so they're saying that she saw the crime from like 30 feet away because she was in Block B through the wire fence.
Well, hmm. No further than 30 feet away.
There's a time of death and time parking matchup. Yeah, so the time of death was noted as between 4 and 5:30, and the parking is 5:13. And the time of death that, what was it? Lana said was 5:15 or 5:12. 5:15, she said the time of death was, and Edgeworth parked his car at 5:12.
Oh boy.
Oh no. You're gonna lose the trial.
Oh Lord. Oh man. This is hard. Oh, I don't remember enough about this case.
No, me neither.
Maybe something, yeah, maybe something was obstructing her view.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I think it has to do with the map.
I think so. I think so. Yeah.
Because all right, so look at the photo again. Wouldn't the car be in the way?
Yeah, I think so. All right, let's
Oh no! Oh god!
let's hope this works.
Oh no!
No, it did not work. Oh god, we're gonna get disbarred.
We died. We died. That's enough. This court sees no reason to
We
further prolong the
lose.
trial. The defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution's claim. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky,
Guilty.
I was thinking the same thing. The map seems fine though. She could just be in her car. The accused will surrender to the court immediately. I don't know what it could be. To be held pending trial at a higher... We died. Use.
Womp 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 womp.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is just to try and press everything and examine every, like, go down the line and examine every piece of evidence. And I don't know how else we'd find the answer.
Okay, well let's just hold skip for a little bit.
The punishment for losing is really harsh. We have to go
I
through
think
all
you
this
can-
over again.
It's because you can save in the middle of a trial. We just haven't been so far.
Oh, okay.
Da-na-na-na, let us testify. Okay.
We got defeated by the lunch lady.
Yeah. Lunch Lady's got a really tight testimony.
Yeah. Okay. Press
She is
down
a
this-
professional as fuck.
Wait. So she... Wait, why did she mention the being able to see everything from above? Security guard room is in the lot in A block. So I'm on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
So she was in B block when she witnessed
Yeah.
the crime.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that lines up with her photo.
Well, let's just go through her testimony once, press on everything because we've already done all that.
Yeah.
Because we need the yeah, we need this piece of evidence.
Mm-hmm.
What was the defendant doing? Can't kill an egg. Well, we could always just keep on pressing on. Maybe there's like some dialogue that only activates when you loop it.
Hmm. Hmm?
Sorry. She was fired. Send something, so you're saying premonition of murder. Wait.
Hmm?
I found it!
Huh? What?
And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife? Yeah, I realize you really, like, you don't have anything, so you just have to nitpick her. As I've already said,
Wait,
yes.
what?
I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Look at this photo.
Mm-hmm.
This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
Oh, so we presented the knife during that instead of the photo.
Instead of the photo.
I see. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection.
That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth.
Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. So that's what we said.
But then how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph!
Oh, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here.
No problem, except you.
Mr. White, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
Oh, you got a better idea?
Objection.
Objection. Wait,
Small
that
objection.
contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice.
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. But premeditated? How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves?
The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies.
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Ow!
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Star.
This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've gotta think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. Oh wait, oops. I went one too far. Bring me back, bring me back! Let's see. Present. It's probably this one. Oh, not.
Huh?
Oh, that's right. We haven't actually proved what this is yet.
Yeah. Rose planned the rubber gloves to prove it. How did she... Okay, would it be the ticket stub?
I think it would probably be
Or the murder weapon?
either the murder weapon or the parking stop. Like, I think
Yeah.
this is a good one, right?
There
we go.
Yeah, there you go, there you go.
Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife.
Yeah, that sure is a knife. What is
It
it? What
matches
is with this
color and
case?
everything.
The bloody murder weapon. Red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right?
Mommy, are prosecutors bad people?
Shh, he'll hear you!
The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Sky planned this murder.
And that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However,
Why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon?
this knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Oh, we're
Gwen wants us
hydrating.
to hydrate.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon.
Beep, 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 beep. Oh.
Wait, he's right. Oh my god.
Pew, pew, pew.
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. White. My sister's as good as Flea.
Oh, child. There he goes. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
What?
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned.
No.
Not over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Sky, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs proof. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now?
But they proved you wrong.
Dun dun dun. Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Gotcha now!
There's... The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
I mean, only if the delivery boy ends up dead.
Cross-examine the witness. Get her.
Let's get
Got
her.
her.
Ha! Gotcha!
Ooh, knife wound.
You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my
Ew.
moss surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really, not you, Phoenix White.
What about my objection? No one noticed?
You're not the hunk.
Well, witness.
Oh, you got the crime scene set, right?
Thank you.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Oh, this is
Get
this
in
is
there.
an easy
Get
one.
in there.
She's not wearing it.
She's not wearing it.
Miss Star, I demand an explanation.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
This is defense attorney.
This is why you don't test him.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim.
Phoenix is like, what am I, chopped liver?
Do I need to be here?
Do I even need to be here? Edward is gonna argue with himself for 4 hours.
Basically.
Fuck, man.
And you proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be.
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you've finally found your true calling in life. Oh my god, he's spicy.
Super spicy.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver? God, I'm so good. I should write Ace Attorney games. But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really.
Well, now where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
Most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth.
So effing savage, I know, man. Oh.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel's star, resistance is futile.
You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all,
Yeah.
a cobra is a kind of snake.
Yeah.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
Oh, no thanks.
Note to self, Mr. White is weak against poisonous snake bites.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Run behind a partition off to the side.
So, where is this partition on the floor plans?
I'm sure she means this wall next to the car.
Oh, that's right. What's
How
a
do
wall
you...
there?
Okay, wait, hang on. I want to know how he gets his car into that space with that wall in the way.
That's a very good question. Well, 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then?
You say quickly, were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Huh. Maybe I should press her for more details.
Press her. There's a fence in the way.
I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe.
Look at the fence.
The Lunchland car was...
She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block.
So, you witnessed the murder from here?
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing, the cough-up queen lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high,
Oh,
too.
Jesus.
So how did Miss Sky not get away?
Yeah, how you...
She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say?
If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately.
My memory.
It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall.
That's right, near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Not a very good emergency phone.
I know, right? Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing. Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Ara, Mr. Wright.
Ada.
I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. Oh, that's not.
Get in there. No,
Now, do we present the map?
I guess so, because the wall's in the way.
Well, we can see that the wall's in the way in the photo, too.
I think it's the map.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
Get in there. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony's unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Star. This is awkward. Yeah, it's on the wrong side of the divider. This is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? Huh, I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it all up.
Oh.
Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If, indeed, you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
Order. What is the meaning of this in this boppin' soundtrack? And now I understand why she's called the cough-up queen.
Yeah, she's coughing it all up. It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies!
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about where she saw it. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Well, nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it.
Pointless to lie, I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location.
A different location. Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Well, before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Oh, Phoenix.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we've heard up until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed this crime was here.
In there.
Hi! Thanks
With
for the
the
raid
boy
on
food.
Kenny.
Undead.
Take that! This is the only place where she could have been. Hello.
The security guard room? Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned.
Hello. Thanks for the wait.
It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime, in the back of the partition, is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Star? How many years have I been getting the better of men?
To think the tables could be turned. Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Star.
What? The Kafo Queen?
Oh, the Kava Queen? Wow, she's really pretty. Mommy, are all lunch ladies that pretty?
Order, order. Witness.
No, son. I hope this doesn't awaken anything within you.
What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. White, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make any sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands.
It still stands. Well, I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
There, Phoenix! What?
Well, if a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. I would eat her hat.
So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Yes, you. Who
Yes,
else?
you dummy!
Mr. White, let's review what we know.
Okay, Miss Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station,
Bro, it's the photograph.
but she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? It would probably be the angle of view to the
The
crime,
angle of view,
right?
yeah.
Why, the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change.
The angle? What do you mean?
Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime.
Oh, we go in 3D. And this is important. Why? What? What do you mean?
It's probably the distance then.
The distance? Yeah, I guess that's the only other thing. Ugh, God. Fine.
It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Well, witness.
You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? It looks like a bento with nothing but rubber bands.
I know, right?
They slam their hands against the desk a lot. Do you think they go home with red, swollen, and bruised hands? I think they're used to it. I think they have hands, they have desk slamming calluses.
They're professionals.
The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
Ooh. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station.
How the F was the angle wrong answer? That's what I'm saying.
And before
Who
I knew
took
what I
the
was
photo?
doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Yeah, so that's why
Well,
she took the
that's a lot
photo.
of time.
Yeah, that's why she took so she did take the photo, but she took it there
Way after.
way after the crime.
Yeah.
Can't imagine Edge with calluses. Yeah, he's got soft baby hands.
He's rich.
And that's why I
He
had
got
to go through the
rich-
visitors parking in B block.
That's quite a detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes?
No, 5 minutes? That's a long
That's a
time.
big
Why didn't she just run
difference,
away?
This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
I eat all my meals with a spork.
Ooh.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Mr. White, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? Do I?
Yeah, let's review our evidence real quick. After the crime was committed. Wait, the word muffler was overheard during a call made to
518.
Emma at 5:18. But that's 3 minutes after when.
Aha! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange?
Strange.
Her sausage necklace. Yeah, it's very funny. I like that her design is like really like leaning into the lunch lady aspect. Well, if you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. I don't know if you should be saying that to the judge.
I know. Yeah.
Miss Guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
I mean, she could. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's completely unheard of. Well, then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it. We screwed that can shut, Mr. White.
Oh, that was too close. I had a vision where I got disbarred.
I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Good thing Phoenix Wright is a. Oh no.
Oh.
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
Oh.
That's the one she tried to foist off on me.
I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I like that even when she even when he has the knife pointed his way, he can always take a crack at the defense. I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Oh, is this another one of our trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Oh, a triple-decker.
How can the judge eat more?
Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony.
You have until the time I'm done eating these 3 boxes.
Yeah. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time?
Why didn't you bring it in earlier?
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. Now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Well, did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Oh, Lunchland. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed.
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in
Oh.
forensics.
Oh my gosh. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Oh, now we actually have evidence
Now we
rules
have
here.
evidence rules.
In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that why, Mr. White? You have evidence rules?
Well, it seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating for some reason.
Yeah, right?
Why doesn't Phoenix know about this? This seems really fucking important for a defense lawyer to know. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
I mean, Phoenix always tries to ambush with the evidence that he finds without
Yeah,
going to the
exactly.
police, so.
Definitely the police have not, approved any of the evidence that Phoenix presents. Ever.
Is that why, Mr. White? Is that what you do too?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty solid.
You could at least send me some evidence while we
How are you a lawyer?
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Victim shoe added to the court record.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You
Ew.
ordered the peppered fish cuts, right?
Ew.
Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
Mr. White, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? Oh, this is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Hey, look at this. Why don't
Get in there.
why don't we use
Rotate
our
that shoe.
3-dimensional powers
Ah, there's blood here too.
on the sole of the shoe? It's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood.
All this blood is horrible.
Huh. This blood might be an important clue.
This blood, it's my sister's, White.
It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime.
Poor sis. Tink, peep, 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 peep,
That might be all of the evidence that we can garner from this shoe.
Is there a problem with the victim's shoe?
I'm not imagining things. I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence.
Well, probably if I had to
Probably
take
that,
if I had to
yeah.
take a guess. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Oh. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? Death due to loss of blood from chest wound. Wound was found. A single stab wound was found. Can you look at the photograph she's in?
Aha!
Yeah.
There's no blood stain on the ground.
Yeah.
The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime?
Oh.
As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because, we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Oh, wow, they checked the scene. Wait, is that legal?
Order! Order, order! Well, witness?
What?
Great going, Mr. White, but, it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we had to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh,
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. White, think.
hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I see. Now I get it.
Oh, get what? Okay, one sec. I need to pee real bad.
Okay.
I've been drinking so much water.
Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. How's the commission going? It's good.
I'm gonna try and see if I can make some more progress tomorrow. Nice singing. You deserve a Grammy. Please don't.
Okay, hello.
Oh, whoa.
Okay. All right. Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about?
He's attorney karaoke.
Think back to when she told us. Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman.
Right.
Yeah.
I I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
Oh, no kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth.
Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? Oh, what does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Ah, you don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone.
It's true, Edgeworth does have meaty claws.
To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her.
Oh!
Oh!
We're really in it now.
That ties things up quite nicely. I don't know about that. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
Oh, that reminds me. This guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Oh, we've been here before.
Yeah, yep.
Mr. White, do something, please.
Oh, sorry, I was just, I zoned out. I was daydreaming, actually. More of a day nightmare.
Yeah.
It felt like I was about to lose this case and get disbarred. What? What can I do? Your sister is confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But what?
Enough.
That's true. SpongeBob did used to be funny. A bygone age. These big meaty claws are for more than just attracting mates, right?
Stop. Stop it. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution side.
Yeah, that's usually how witnesses work.
Huh?
She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Uh-oh. Oh!
Little girl, what did you just say?
Oh.
Huh? Me?
Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side?
But, well, yeah, you are. You're saying that my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints.
Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping.
Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Oh, wait. Witness, don't tell me you have something else.
How is this still a credible witness?
How are you...
Even remotely.
Yeah. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you'll be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this.
Oh,
Jeez.
a photograph?
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. White, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet. Ah, shit.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
She just carries a photo of a dead guy with her. Yeah, obviously.
You're right.
I'm sorry, Mr. White. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia.
Right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
Maybe Phoenix Wright is a spirit medium.
Maybe, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe he's a medium.
Hmm.
Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection! Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore?
What is wrong with you? Every time, Mr. Wright! Every time we have a case, it's always, I'm about to hand down my verdict. No objection. Oh, Lord, I don't know what to do with you. This is like the 8th time. One time you even did it after I handed down the verdict.
Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
Probably this. I would think.
What's this? What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor. You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. Wait, is it? It's not the same in Japanese, right?
Huh.
Or maybe it is? Do they use like an English word for it too? For both?
That's it. That's a good question. Let's look that up. Yeah, no, it's a muffler. So yeah, they're actually both just mufflers.
Wow, I didn't know that.
God,
both
that would have been
languages.
so hard to translate
I know.
properly.
Yeah, because it
If that
carries
wasn't
over.
the case, yeah. No, I guess they call it. Yeah, they call it
Yeah.
a muffler. I mean, I guess that
cool.
makes sense. A car is not a native like Japanese sort of thing.
What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
Huh. So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection.
Oh, sorry, Miss Starr. But it's not gonna be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
Haha. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Oh. Oh, well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all of the evidence. Agreed. I suppose so.
Whew, that was close. But, we made it. At least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
He's still hungry? To be continued.
That was wild.
Yeah, that was the first puzzle that stumped us. 'Cause
Oh man.
I mentioned this before, but this is the only case in the first game that I have never replayed. Because I usually peter out around the Steel Samurai case, and rarely I will finish the Edgeworth case. They're good cases, but I just like usually lose focus and I like just forget.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that is where we will end it, because it is getting quite late, especially for Renu. So we will see you. So we will see you next week, same time,
Woo.
same day,
Yay.
same Ace Attorney.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining.